Innovation and new technologies in the automobile sector are driving major advances in mobility. But not all companies are moving at the same speed. With 7 million deaths worldwide every year attributed to air pollution, and transportation accounting for 20% of global CO2 emissions, the need for modes of transport with low or no CO2 emissions is paramount if we want to achieve climate stability and a healthy society. Therefore, electric vehicles can lower emissions, but not all manufacturers are considered sufficiently sustainable for investment by toyoda IM. And it might surprise you to learn that Toyota has the leading edge in this regard, and that Tesla has a way to go to catch up. So let's find out how Toyota is far ahead in competition with Tesla. Hey everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about Toyota's shocking strategy to beat Tesla. So let's get started. Toyota Motor is a Japanese global car company that designs, manufactures, assembles, and sells passenger cars, minivans, and commercial vehicles. It contributes to our investable sustainable transportation theme of sustainable mobility and infrastructure. The company manufactures and sells over 10 million vehicles per year in every region of the world, and has a strong reputation for safety, reliability, and low maintenance costs. Toyota is also famous for its Kaizen cost control and efficiency improvement philosophy. So, is Toyota actually better than Tesla? Remember the first electric Toyota RAV4? Probably not. The early attempt at an EV barely had a range of 100 miles, and Toyota sold very few of them. Back in 2010, Toyota and Tesla jointly worked on a second RAV4 EV project, and Toyota had invested $50 million in Tesla, which it sold in 2017. However, it was not a success, and the whole ordeal left a bad aftertaste in Toyoda's mouth, and he since has taken a very public anti-EV position worldwide. So, later in 2020, during a Toyota Motors earnings call, executives answered questions about how they plan to compete in the expanding field of electric vehicles, and took a potshot at Tesla's sky-high valuation. At that time, Toyota president Akio Toyoda also acknowledged that Tesla's valuation of around $400 billion is sky-high, exceeding that of all 7 Japanese automakers combined. He also said Toyota could learn from Tesla's success with investors and its business model, which includes revenue from electric vehicles, regulatory credits, software, and renewable energy products. But the exec went on to compare Tesla's business to a restaurant still promoting its recipes, while Toyota is more like a restaurant already serving a huge number of customers. I am hesitant to say this. Tesla's business, if you want to use the analogy, is like that of a kitchen and a chef, Toyota said. He also added that they have not created a real business in the real world yet. They are trying to trade recipes. The chef is saying, our recipe is going to become the standard of the world in the future. At Toyota, we have a real kitchen and a real chef too, and are creating the dishes already. There are customers who are very picky about what they like to eat, sitting in front of us and eating our dishes already. So if we compare both companies in the real world scenario, which company is greener? In 2017, Newsweek released its Green Company ranking, and the results for the automakers were very surprising. Some might say it's shocking, but Toyota, the world's leading producer of green vehicles, ranked top among all automakers globally and is 16th on the list overall, ahead of Apple. So with the early introduction of the Prius model in 1997, Toyota was way ahead of its competition. Since then, it has sold more than 15 million hybrid vehicles and has continued to innovate and evolve. It currently offers 36 electrified vehicle models in 90 countries around the world, and within the next 5 years, it wants to launch 40 new or updated vehicles. According to the European Environmental Agency, the new vehicle CO2 emissions of Toyota are the lowest in Europe. Therefore, analysts believe that Toyota is far better positioned than Tesla to meet the toyoda IM transition-themed investment strategy requirements. In addition, Toyota also has extensive research on core electrification technologies, and notably deliberately skipped the current generation of lithium-ion batteries, and has put all of its efforts into its next-generation solid-state batteries, which have better performance and require substantially less rare earth metals and chemicals. Toyota not only has a strong track record and reputation for reliability, safety, and low cost of ownership, it is a global leader in electrified engine technology and battery development. Its manufacturing platforms can be readily transformed to produce other types of electrified vehicles, and it has the scale to develop, invest in, and roll out new types of vehicles and technologies, says Catherine Murak, an investment analyst. He also stated that Toyoda does not only look for pure-play sustainability companies that are innovative in a niche, but also looks for companies that are transitioning to a more sustainable future. There is significant value in companies that have scale and that can adapt their existing systems. Moreover, Toyota's management strategy is underpinned by innovation, evolution, and teamwork. This approach has kept Toyota in their leading position for a long time and is a strong point of difference between Tesla and the way the two companies work. Now let's talk about how the sweeping strategy with which Toyota is planning to beat Tesla. Recently, Toyota has revealed sweeping plans for a range of electric vehicles covering almost every type of car on sale. The Japanese giant showed off more than a dozen battery-powered concept cars overnight as part of a $100 billion green motoring investment, and it plans to introduce 30 new electric cars around the world by 2030. The vehicles include everything from affordable hatchbacks to off-road four-wheel drives, a luxury sedan to take on Tesla's Model S, and a Ferrari-fighting Lexus supercar. There's even an electric ute aimed at Ford's F-150 Lightning and the new Revivan pickup. In addition, Toyota's first electric car will go on sale in 2022, named the BZ4X. The concept SUV was developed as a part of a joint venture with Subaru. Toyota has been reluctant to commit to electric cars with the same determination as global rivals such as Volkswagen, preferring to sell hybrid machines while investing in future tech such as hydrogen fuel cells. However, looming deadlines for the end of the combustion-powered vehicle sales in key markets such as Europe and California may have pushed Toyota to commit harder to electric cars. But the company is adamant hydrogen and hybrid-powered machines still have a very important role to play. Akio Toyoda, president of Toyota, said individual markets will choose which vehicles and technologies to offer to customers, as the energy situation varies greatly from region to region. That is exactly why Toyota is committed to providing a diversified range of carbon-neutral options to meet whatever might be the needs and situations in every country and region, he said. It is not us, but local markets and our customers who decide which options to choose. Therefore, following this analysis, analysts remain convinced that Toyota is on a sound strategic path with its balanced hybrid and PHEV strategy. Pure BEVs have an important role to play in the future transportation system, and Toyota will do well to include a few BEV models in their lineup. But the total BEV dominance suggested by Tesla's valuation seems unlikely. Now, with the RAV4 Hybrid and the RAV4 Prime, Toyota has finally managed to bring the electric drive performance benefits to its hybrid offerings. We can expect this development to proliferate through the rest of Toyota's lineup, upgrading their brand image from just being reliable and efficient to being fun as well. As for the future, the trend continues toward low-emission vehicles, intelligent cars, autonomous driving, and car sharing. Technologies are also heavily underdeveloped, and hydrogen vehicles are expected to become even more attractive due to their zero emissions, long-term storage capacity, and pricing improvements. 20 years ago, electric vehicles were really a niche market, but now they are becoming more and more mainstream. There's a big push from the European governments too. In Europe, between 2019 and 2021, car manufacturers are required to reduce the average emissions of their new fleets by around 29%. So, according to analysts, there are so many changes in technologies, exciting changes in hydrogen and battery-driven cars, and plug-ins, not to mention automated driverless vehicles and connected vehicles. These are very important trends for the coming decades, and it's going to be really interesting to see how it evolves. So, Toyota is about to turn all the odds in their favor once its new lineup hits the market. It looks like Tesla is finally going to have a competitor of its equal, and it will be pretty amazing to watch who wins the EV race. And this is it for today, guys. What are your thoughts on today's video? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.